Can you, I need to pull her up a little more. How do I do this? All right. Can you guys see better? Hello? Can you?
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay. This is the one we did the sewings on. And I used mostly all the hair on her because I did double tracks. So I had some tracks left from long time ago. So I put a couple, I glued a couple right in here. Can you see the little highlights? Okay. So Linda, you know, I was gonna flat on her and curl her, but I don't know if she curls too well. Did anybody try to curl her? Curl the hair? No one?
Miss Gabby, I have synthetic extensions which I can curl, but
You
if
can
you
curl?
curl and if you like curl and drop, it's bit straight. So after curl, I clip it and left it for cool down, and then it's wavy.
Okay.
So if it's
It
won't
did
be
curl.
curly, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, her hair is, this is how short her hair was. You guys remember how short it was? Can you see that little piece right there? That's it short, and she wanted it a little longer. And she wants it framed around the face, and she wants to leave the back longer. So that's the kind of haircut we're gonna do today, okay? If I can find my good scissors. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to use my not too good scissors, but they're better than anything. Okay, so this is how she's gonna wear her part, right where she's wearing it now. So in order for me to kind of blend it, I'm gonna take the two right in the front where she's parting it, and I'm gonna meet it in the middle of the
Miss
face.
Gabby, not to interrupt you, but is it best to cut hair that has extensions when it's dry?
Yeah, you can cut it when it's dry.
Okay. Do you prefer
And
that?
plus, and then her hair right here is curly.
Yeah.
So I prefer to cut it, dry, because I
Okay.
cut those extensions all the time dry.
Me too. So I'm good with that.
Mhm.
I just wanted
But
to.
you know what? If you prefer to cut it wet, you can do it that way and blow
Yeah.
dry.
Yeah.
But I just prefer to cut the extensions dry because when I
what's
put it
going
in their
on.
hair, it's dry and
Yeah.
I don't want to wet it. Then you're gonna have to blow dry it, and
Yeah.
it's just more work.
Just clarifying.
Hmm. Look, good question. Okay, so we're gonna meet it right here in the middle. So this is the shortest part gonna be. Can you guys see where I got it? So that's gonna be our shortest part on both sides. I don't think you guys can see me. Would it be a best way to turn it this way? Or where you can see it, like probably this way, huh? Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm angling my hands down. Everything is gonna go down because I want it to go longer in the back. Can you guys see where I'm angling it? And I'm keep angling. This needs to be up a little more, huh?
Yeah, that's
like that.
much better.
There you
Thank
go.
you. Thank you.
Okay. So you can't really see where my hand is. Can you see how I'm angling it down?
In other words, you're not holding your fingers horizontally. You're holding them diagonal, like you're going diagonal back.
I'm going diagonal back.
Like 45-degree or more?
No, it's solid. Can you see?
No, no, the fingers.
The fingers, yeah.
It's a diagonal back angle.
Diagonal back. I can't, well, if I would show you with this hand, you see how it's going diagonal back, shorter, and then it's going longer. Shorter, and it, all this is going off, but I'm getting longer as I go back. So I ain't gonna going back unless hair is getting cut off as I'm going to the back. See, we're getting less. And that'll be all that hair that looks raggedy.
So you're taking it past the ear, right? Like
Uh-huh.
doing it all the way.
Everything everything is going, it's getting longer as it goes back.
Okay.
Now back here, I'm not gonna angle it. This is as far as it's going. And now it's gonna go straight. Okay, so that's as much as I'm taking off. I'm gonna do a little layering back here. So now we're going to the other side. So with this side, the other side is supposed to meet in the back. This is our plan to meet right here. What is that? Come on. Now you see where our shortest part is? That's where we're starting to cut. That's the guideline, and we're still going down at an angle. But you know, when you're going, you don't want to pass right this part. You don't want to cut no farther than here. Because if you do, you'll start cutting your hand. Still angle down. Yeah, see? And I'm just going straight. There's no angling.
This haircut that Miss Gabby's doing is a very rounded haircut. It's called a convex haircut.
Mhm.
And it's really definitely has to do with holding your fingers diagonal back. Because you guys, when you've done rounds, you've done them a lot differently than this, but this is the best way to get the U shape where it's shorter in the front and longer in the back.
And this is another way you can do like a V too. If you really wanted to do a V, I could do a V this way too. So
Exactly.
we keep going straight. And these aren't my best scissors. I don't know what happened to them. I just had them a few minutes ago and they just disappeared. No, they didn't disappear. I misplaced them. Okay. So you wanted to meet on this side, and you see where the corner is? Can you see? This is where we're going to meet from the side we cut already. That's the last little angle. Okay. So now this is just straight across, and the front is framed. Now, if she wants a little more,
Miss Gabby, can you hold that for 1 second put the doll to the side view because it looks really good. I want them to see the way a diagonal back haircut looks like this. Okay, turn it to the side view.
side,
Okay, now move
let
your,
me move out
yeah.
the way.
You see how it
Can
goes
you see?
shorter in the front and longer to the back? That is the best way to do a really rounded U-shaped convex haircut. A diagonal, holding your fingers diagonal back, you start the layer in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good, Miss Gabby. Thank you. I'm glad they got to see that.
Yeah. Let me see what I did with my real scissors. I just hacked it. Where could I put them? No. But we're gonna go on with these ones. Okay, well. Now she wants a little bit of layering in the front. And sometimes when you're doing when you do sew-ins or clip-ins, the hair doesn't fall like it normally does if it's coming out of your scalp. So you do the best you can on it. It always seemed to work out. They always seem to love it. So I'm pulling
Miss
it
Gabby,
straight up.
can you lower the doll now before you
Oh,
cut
yeah.
so that your hand when they see when your hands go up? Thank you. Sorry. I know I'm
No, just tell me which way. You know, I've never been on the camera so much. I might have to get used to this now. Okay, so we're pulling her hair straight out. Get this hair out. Now the shorter part is gonna fall, so we can't cut that. Okay, so the only part that we're gonna cut is this part that's above. Everything else fell. So we're just gonna cut that. Should I pull it down a little more? Can you guys see that?
no.
Okay. Okay, now you guys should be able to see this now, hopefully. And I'm using this comb because if I use an all-purpose little comb with this thick hair, it'd be too hard to comb through. Okay, see all the, oh, you're still not down far enough. Sorry, y'all. We're gonna get it together. Okay, now that should be far. No. Okay, so I'm pulling up the hair. You see all the hair that's falling that we can't cut that. So the only part that we're gonna cut is this little bit here, right here, okay? So it'll blend in much better.
Miss Gabby, how are you like grabbing the sections? Like how are you deciding how to section the hair?
Well, I'm parting it, well, in my mind, I'm just, in my mind, I'm just grabbing it straight down.
Okay. Okay.
So all the hair that's falling, we're not gonna cut that. It's just that little bit of piece because we don't want any hair out of place. And I'm gonna do this in the back too. So it'll fall a little better. I'm not gonna put too much layer in it. Okay, see all that hair that fell? We're gonna let that fall. You see that hair right here? That's what we're cutting off, just that point. So we're not taking off any more of the length. We're just taking some of the bulk out. And like I say, if this was normal hair, it would fall different. But since we sewed tracks in it, you're gonna have some spaces. But you can't see the spaces, but we just wanna blend it in a little more. So the top part won't be just super long. Now you see all that hair fell. We're not taking off any more of the length, but we're cutting this part off. And I'm going all the way around the head doing this. Okay, so we did this far. Now I'm starting on the other side. In the front, can you guys see?
So is the layering only going to be on the sides, not in the back?
Mostly on the sides.
Okay, I see.
Okay, so all that hair that's falling, we don't want to cut any of that. But do you see this long piece of hair that's holding up? We want to cut that so it'll blend in better. And like I say, we're not taking any more of the length off. You guys like our highlights I put in? I guess y'all don't. Look, I guess y'all don't.
I like it, Miss Gabby. I think it looks very nice.
Okay. I found some hair and put that in there.
Are those ones human hair?
Yeah, this is human hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all that hair that's kind of, you know, not right at the top, you're gonna cut that off. But we're not taking any more of the length. And this is the last piece that what you have to do. You see that hair's fall? So this, you kind of, when you're cutting it like this, you're kind of like guessing. Now, you know you don't want to cut it too short like that, but you just want the ends off. But you don't have a guideline to go by. Because, you know, it's not all, this is, you know, not human hair. It's not put in your head like natural hair would be.
Miss
I
Gabby,
mean, uh-huh.
time is right. I don't know where else you're gonna go from this, but can you show them, for some of them, some of their dolls' hair were pretty short.
Uh-huh.
And you know what, even though, yes, they're gonna do this part of the haircut on the longer parts, but what about that part where there's that disconnect between the short hair and the longer hair?
Well, there's nothing you could do about the shorter hair. The only thing you could do, like the disconnect, like from, let me show you some.
Could you
Find it. Okay, like this shorter hair back here. Can you see it? And nothing we could do about that unless we was cutting it into a short bob or something. So the layer that we put on top of it will cover it. Then the hair that's in between the layer that we did, it's nothing that we could do with that. It hides in between. So the layer, the next width that we put on top of that will cover this hair. You see where it covers?
What about thinning it with thinning shears, the hair in
You
between?
could use some thinning shears. If the hair is too thick, if you put too much hair on it, I don't have no thinning shears here.
Miss Gabby, I wasn't really talking about the hair in between. I was talking about the hair that you can see on top.
Oh, the top hair. This
Yeah,
hair.
because some of them you could still see the definite, you know, where the hair is shorter on the
Shorter.
top. And yours does not have that because
Yeah.
I think you put enough extensions in, but for-
Uh-huh. If you could see, like, if this hair was short like this and curly, that's not you don't have enough extensions in. You need to put
Right.
some more because you want to hide the shortness. Now the top part, the very top layer can be shorter than this, but this is where you're going to put your track in.
right.
So the track will go right here, and then the top part will cover the track. And if it's the same color of the hair, it will blend in.
Okay. But I think, you know, like, I guess what I was saying, and I've done it before, when I don't have that option to put any more tracks in, like I do, you'd like thin the hair out maybe on the top if it looks like a lump, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you don't have enough, okay, like her hair is really thick, and so I braided her tracks in. But at the top, when she didn't have enough hair, like to cover the sides,
Yeah.
I glued it in.
Oh, that was good.
I glued it so it could match. So it won't be really, really short here, and you put the tracks on and you can see through it.
Yeah.
See, when you're doing that, when you're doing a weave, you want it to look natural. You don't want it, well, they say, you know, see a little piece of, like a big piece like this, shorter, going right here, and then this part long. So
Right.
if you had a piece like that, you would have to split this in half and put another piece,
Right.
probably even glue it down right here. And then this part, if it's the same color, it will cover it up.
Okay.
That makes
wanted to
sense
bring
to you
that up.
guys? So if you guys have a weave and it looks like a weave, like this part is in a mullet, you didn't put enough hair in it. That's why it looks like that. So this is her style. She wanted it frame in the face and longer in the back. And you can go over it with some thinning shears too, which I don't have them here. Or you could even point cut it. If you see some a little longer, just take it and you just point cut it to blend it in. You see long pieces?
Yeah,
that
I
don't-
think that's what I was looking for too. Like some of that blending, like point cutting really helps when you have,
Point cutting. You see how you just do a little point cutting. I never do, you know how people do it real, real fast? I don't do it real fast. I do it real slow because I didn't cut my hand before. So we're not trying to do that. But you just point cut it. And that blends it in even more. This is pretty even. It's pretty even, but you can see that little bit. Just take your scissors and point cut it.
okay, Miss Gabby, do you want them to do a haircut on their doll now?
Yeah, I want you to do a haircut where it kind of blends in and she would kind of like it, you know, not making it look like a weave.
Okay, so you need to, everybody's gonna go ahead and please drape your doll with the Sanex. Please make sure you have your smock on.